FNAF security breach, son. Not DNAF. I don't know what that stands for. Disco Nights at Freddy's. That's what I want it to stand for. What were you thinking? Look at that handsome chum. Look at him. Look at that guy. What a great guy. I hate him. We're starting off with quite the challenge here because I am missing some key ingredients. I have plenty of yellow in the outfit, but I'm gonna have no yellow on my face, except for maybe eyeshadows. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, okay? We're here for a good time, not a long time. Oh, there's red buttons. Shit. I don't have red Timmy, I don't have red buttons. Please stop trying to parkour your way out of your enclosure. What's up, everybody? Nightcove the Fox here, and welcome back to a series that you have not seen in quite some time. 2 years to be exact, I believe. It started back when quarantine first began, or was in full swing, and I decided, hey, you know what would be a fun challenge? Digging through my closet and seeing how many FNAF characters I can possibly cosplay within this huge amount of time I have to sit around and do nothing. So that is exactly what I did, and I called it the Closet Cosplay Quarantine Challenge. I dare you to say it 3 times fast. Also, you are going to occasionally hear the sounds now of Timmy, my son over there, throwing a fit because he got put in his cage for doing too much parkour, and I didn't want him to recklessly endanger himself while I'm working. So now you're in timeout. That's right, just flop. Just take a nap. You've earned it. But anyways, we are jumping right back into it. It is now called just the Closet Cosplay Challenge, CCC, instead of CCQC. There's been a hair tickling my nose for the past 5 minutes. That's why I've kept fidgeting with it. Ignore me. Today, to start it off, we are setting the bar pretty high with the challenge. We are jumping straight into this guy. But shall we begin? This is going to be like it used to be back in the good old days. You are going to see a sped up montage of me suffering to map out whatever the hell it is I'm trying to put on my face. Something that vaguely resembles this. Yeah, wish me luck. Here we go. I'll give you random narrations of my thought process along the way if I remember to do so. But first of all, I am going to map out the placement of this half and half situation with a crayon eyeliner. Yes, it is crayon. I hate crayon eyeliner, but I do use it on occasion to map things out because it's easier to wipe back off. Without further ado, let's begin. It goes this way. Oh, that's awful. Oh, in my head, I was so set to go this way. And now you're telling me I have to go that way? That's so rude. Anyway, starting now, for real. So first of all, I'm gonna start down here like a maniac, and then we're coming straight out into the other eyeball. How about we go under this? Okay, disclaimer. From here on out, from this moment forward, we're off to a strong start. From this moment forward, all of us must at least pretend, if not believe, that we are the CEOs of Trust the Process. Okay? Because you're gonna see some wildly questionable things. You may wonder at some point in this video, how is this person a cosplayer? How have they made a living? Don't worry, I ask myself that every day. But we all have to push that little voice back and just be CEOs of Trust the Process. We are fully trusting this process. Thanks for giving me this character to do first. I trusted you. I put my fate in your hands, and this is what you give me. I'll never forgive you. Actually, I will, because this guy is fun, and I've needed an excuse to cosplay him in some form or another, and this is a good excuse as any. Oh, let the maniacal cackling of denial begin. I told you this was gonna be sped up so that you wouldn't have to suffer with me, and surprise, I lied. Just kidding. Here's the sped up version coming to you right now. Any second. I feel like, no, his nose does point up quite a bit, but also, I know, I'm sorry, I keep telling you you're gonna get to be able to skip forward to the sped up part, and then I keep remembering shit I have to say. So, excuse the terrible lighting, this is definitely a Frankenstein setup, and by that I mean I have like 5 different lights of 5 different types, just scattered around me, and I have a full body mirror that I'm looking at, so I can't get all that close to my face, which is another reason that this is going to be quite exciting because I have no depth perception when I'm this far away from my own reflection. Ignore the fact that I am using a paintbrush and water to erase lines. Trust the process. This is not a tutorial, by the way. If you want to follow along and risk your life with me, by all means, I'll enable you, but this is not a tutorial. I'm better than this. But you know what? If you want this to be an interactive experience and you want to jump in, I am not stopping you. Oh, this is great. You know, I'm having a good time, are you? Alright, I am back to you, coming live. Nope, I am... So I'm here with the rough sketch, the rough placement of where things will be going on my face. And, did I mention that I do not have yellow Snazaroo paint? That is the one color that I don't have. I am going to fill in the actual, like, moon part, right? The part with, like, the crescent moon with white, okay? And you're going to deal with it because this is a closet cosplay. I'm following the rules. I'm only using things that I already have, and I don't have yellow. So we're gonna have to deal with white, which I did not grab, so I'll be right back. Enjoy this brief commercial break. Got it. This is how long it's been since I've broken this bad baby out. So she's a little crusty, a little dusty, a little low, but I think I do have a second one as well who's kind of in a similar condition. She's got chunks out, which is real fancy. Don't be like me, because I'm about to just dip straight into this. I would recommend rubbing the top with some alcohol and wiping it clean, both for sanitation factor and just to make sure that you're actually getting the color white. But am I about to risk my life on camera? You absolutely bet I am, because I am, what? Lazy. Okay, we're gonna use just a standard flat brush, kind of like this guy, and we're just gonna dip her straight in. Let's see here, we're filling in this side. Let me not fill in the wrong side. That would be a terrible choice. Oh, also, one thing I did want to mention while I'm doing this, sorry, I know I keep talking when these parts are meant to be sped up so that the video isn't 2 hours long. But I did see in the recommendations post that I put on my community tab that there were a fair number of people who were very interested in an Eleanor closet cosplay. Well, fun fact, I've already done Eleanor in the Closet Cosplay Quarantine Challenge. So you can check her out right up here, whichever side the info card pops up, or you can check the link in the description. I will link you guys directly to that episode, and I'll put another link to the full playlist as well. There we go. That's the consistency we want. I was struggling on the forehead, but that's the consistency we want. Sorry. Now enjoy the sped up montage. Oh yeah, that's good. I love that sensation, nice and cold. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, this is my favorite. Don't sneeze. All right, we are all finished with the white. Is it even? No. Is it patchy as hell? Absolutely. But I think I am going to go ahead and move on because it actually, shockingly, well, not shockingly, but I guess to my surprise, just a little, it looks a lot better on camera than it does in person. But anyways, feeling hot, feeling fly, feeling funky, fresh, and fine. And we are going to start working on shading this black line. Ooh, what am I gonna do about this cheek? I guess we'll have to rely on the shading aspect of it to make it pop out. It might be harder to make that one pop out than it is to make the white side pop out because it'll be more of a contrast, but I might be able to make it work. So what I'm doing here basically, because I don't have yellow, is I'm doing like a human side, and then this is gonna be kind of like a Phantom of the Opera mask type situation where it's gonna look a lot more cartoony. It's gonna have the funky curly Q eyebrow, and it's gonna have all the teeth. I guess technically I brought the teeth over to this side too. So we're kind of doing like the transition of like loyal to the sun design in terms of looking like a mask and then transitioning into something more human-like. But it's kind of gonna be like a as we go sort of a thing. So we'll see what happens. I am going to be using this kind of fluffy brush. I know this isn't a tutorial, but I'm still treating it like it is. I'm showing you the brushes I'm using and all that cute shit. Just in case you are following along and you're like, hey, what brush do I need to get out next? This one, something fluffy, kind of like a generic eyeshadow type brush situation. Because it's fluffy, and I'm just going to blend this out, and then I am going to sharpen the lines on top of that. And working on this look is bringing me back such fond memories of playing Security Breach at 3 in the morning. This was one of my favorite sections, and that's not an exaggeration, despite how pissed off I was because I was stupid and passed by the save station. We don't talk about Bruno. As much as I hated that, the actual section itself was terrifying and very well done. Minus the buggy parts where he was able to clip through tunnels and kind of cheat his way into killing me 10 times. But just the concept, I feel, was very decently executed in comparison to some of the other horror sections of the game that weren't quite as spooky. The endoskeleton section was very spooky as well. I just felt like that one was kind of over very quickly. Like, you just kind of turned a few corners and then like, oh, it's over. It was also just a really, like, overused mechanic, I feel like, sometimes, of like, oh, if you don't look, it moves, and if you look, it, like, or if you don't look, it moves, if you look, it doesn't. Like, I like that mechanic because it is very good for horror games, but I also kind of saw it coming. I was like, oh, it's one of these. So it was kind of easy to get around. But I will say that the moon, or yeah, I guess technically it's the moon section because you turn the lights off. I did enjoy that a lot from a horror or like I felt scared aspect. And the DJ Music Man one, I didn't really feel scared, but that one was more like just an adrenaline rush of like, oh my god, this is so cool. So like that one is still like my probably #1 favorite section. Also just because like the soundtrack is banging, like it's really good. It's a bop, okay? It's a good boss battle theme. Although I will say, as much as I love DJ Music Man's, I feel like again the mechanics were a little too easy. I feel like it was a little too easy to be able to avoid like Chica and whoever else was up there. I think mine was Monty, but I think it also depends on, no, I think it's just Monty and Chica that are also chasing you in that section. If they see you, that is. But I feel like that one was over very quickly. Oh, that was a lot of eyeshadow. Ooh, sis, what are you doing? I was too busy talking. Anyways, I do really love the music and the vibe. I just wish it had lasted a little longer. Or that maybe we actually got to, I don't know, like actually have some sort of battle with DJ Music Man. Cause we kind of just run away and then he magically disappears, and then the next time we ever re-enter that area, he's either gone or he's just vibing. Like he just doesn't want to kill you anymore. He's like, oh, we had our boss battle. You're chill. You've earned your right to just chill in this arcade. I ain't gonna come after you. So I feel like that was a little odd. I feel like there could have been more done there. But again, you know, time restraints, I totally understand. I was hoping that we would get a little bigger of a bang with that section there, but still a very good section. It's still my favorite, so it's still absolutely amazing the way it is. I just wish, wishful thinking that there could have been just a little more length to that segment in some way, whether that means we could have battled him or it just means, I don't know, we had a longer chase. I don't know. I don't know why talking about Sun and Moon section brought me all the way around to DJ Music Man, but I guess we're just talking about my gameplay now. But it was a really good game, considering that it was like probably the most ambitious project that Steelwool, took on. And they started out as like, what, a 20-person studio? I could be talking out my ass, but they definitely had a very small number of people to develop something as grandiose as that. So I'm impressed with the fact that they pulled any of like the huge stuff off at all. Like, yeah, it had hiccups, it had bugs, it had rage-worthy sections because it wasn't polished, but just the concept of what they did pull off with Scott, I feel like, was very impressive. And I will say my favorite thing about the game in general is just the immersive atmosphere. The audio engineering for every single FNAF game, I think, makes or breaks it. And like ever since FNAF 1, it's always been the sounds for me. The visuals, yeah, they're terrifying, but like the sound design is definitely something that I think just in the general concept of horror can make or break something. And I think that Security Breach has this really unique soundtrack. And I'm not sure which artist did what. Like, I don't know which person did just like the atmosphere and which person did like the soundtracks for like boss battles and like cutscene things. I think that was Leon. I'm not sure. But either way, the soundtrack, the combined effort, I think was brilliant. How in each section of the game, it really feels like, I don't know, it feels really immersive. Even when you're just walking around, like I'll still just play the game to literally feel like I'm in another place. Because the sound design literally sounds like, you're in a Pizzaplex. Because I like that in certain sections of the building, you get like a different version of the theme. Like you get the smooth jazz with like the saxophone guy that's like all chill. It's like, and then like there's other sections where you get like the Fazer blaster stuff where everything sounds really spacey. I don't know, I just really love the sound design. It makes it so immersive, and the visuals, you can tell, are probably what they spent the most time on, because my god, it is a beautiful game. Like if your computer can handle running it at full capacity, which even mine can't, but I have seen screenshots or recordings of other people who were able to have their setup run the game at full capacity for all of the graphics. And my god, it is absolutely stunning. Also, I did not expect to bring you along on this rant, so this episode is probably going to be even longer now, but I just felt like talking about Security Breach a little bit because I haven't really actually talked about my thoughts on it. Not even at the end of my, well, I did briefly, I guess, but I didn't really touch on, like, in depth what my opinions or thoughts were on the game after playing it until right now. So I figured, why not? Because this is a better opportunity than ever while I'm putting Security Breach character makeup on my face. What a good icebreaker to be able to bring up some of my thoughts about the game. Which again, I love the game. It's great, It definitely has some, hit or misses in it, but I don't hate them for that because they went there, they went somewhere big, they did the best they knew how, and for that I commend them. And it's hard to perform under the criticism or the pressure of such a passionate fandom as the FNAF fandom. So, given their circumstances, their time, and their lack of experience probably handling this big of a project, I would say that it is pretty damn good. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. Were a lot of people expecting 10 times more? Yes. However, I'm happy for the most part with what we got, and it was still a blast to play despite some of the rage because, it was worth it. I do look forward to the Ruin DLC, because it does seem like it is going to take place directly after the events of possibly the Burn Trap or Afton ending. Because I think that's like the ending that everyone is collectively sort of thinking, oh, this is like the canon one. The other endings are just fillers to make the experience more diverse so that you can explore other avenues. I hope that the Ruin DLC will give us more insight as to what Burn Trap or Afton's motive even was with all of this. He has random little like moon craters in his face. So I might attempt those. He's got like 2 on his nose, 3 down here, and 3 up on his forehead. But it looks more like Swiss cheese, which I feel like is what it's gonna look like if I try to do it. But I'm gonna do it anyways. But I might switch to this brush, which is just slightly, oh, she's hairy. That's so nice. Thanks, Timmy. Also, if you are curious about what eyeshadow palette I am using, I am using the Smoke palette from Carity. Oh no, this is weird. Yeah, these craters are definitely going to look more like Moon's just having a really rough acne breakout week, which fair enough, bro, we've all been there, but if I lean really far back and I don't look at it up close, it's fine. That looks cute. I like that. See, he's just breaking out. He's got the chin acne. He's got the forehead acne. He's got the craters. They are craters. Have you ever called a really bad zit a crater on your face? If you haven't, you will. That one was substantially small. I think I made this guy too big. It just kind of looks like a really weird nostril now. Cool, cool. I'm also gonna use this guy to go in and darken this nostril curl, because he's got some really curly, flared nostrils, if you know what I'm saying. He's a stressed guy. He's got to deal with toddlers all day. I don't blame him. Also, did anyone, has anyone peeped the freaking purses for eye bags that Vanessa has? Honestly, sis, same. I would be that way too if I had that job. And if I had to deal with an evil British weasel in my brain all the damn time, you bet your ass I wouldn't be getting sleep. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I made that line messier. Because my nose is such an odd shape. This is right where my dorsal hump is. That's what that's called, by the way. If you have a little bump on your nose up here, it's called a dorsal hump. Kind of like a dorsal fin. I don't know who thought of a dolphin when they named that part of the human body. There's a huge shadow being cast by my own nose on this side of my face, so I absolutely cannot see what I'm doing. I switched to using eyeshadow to start darkening the fine lines because the crayon eyeliner wipes right back off. Okay, I think we are good with the shading and the liner, because if I don't stop now, we will be here for the rest of the damn video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this eyeshadow thin brush trend, and I am going to make myself the swirliest eyebrow I've probably ever drawn on my face. It really does curl in and then go wee! Am I cute? I'm really feeling this eyebrow look, yeah. Ho ho! I don't know why the eyebrow made me feel strange. I guess because of the little mustache I got going on down here too. I feel like, no, I look like, oh god, I look like the candelabra from freaking Beauty and the Beast. What's his name? That's why I feel strange. I know that my eyebrows weren't blocked out for this, and I didn't anticipate putting the eyebrow above my eyebrow, but it looks better up here. So now I am going to focus on doing my eyeliner, which I guess I'm just going to continue the trend of using the eyeshadow because I feel like it. So there's that, and then I can thicken the line right here and bring it into, whoa, not like that. Ooh, not like that. Like that a little bit, and then I will smooth it over my eyelid. maybe not, because this is layering terribly over the water-activated paint I put on my eyelid as a terrible primer. So instead, I am finally resorting to liquid eyeliner. I waited until this was mostly dry, and then I went ahead and darkened some of that eyebrow because she was a little bit light. We have to do the other side because if I don't do it now, we will be here for 10 hours. I am using yellow. I like to put my eyeshadow on using my finger because the denser the thing you use to put your eyeshadow on your face, the less makeup you'll lose in whatever thing you're using to put it on your face. That made 0 sense. By using my finger, I get more pigment and more makeup on my face instead of lost somewhere in a brush or more unevenly applicated. So we're using yellow because obvious reasons. And then I'm going to put a little bit of orange in the corner. Nice, nice, all right. That's good for that eye. I'm not gonna worry about fancy blending because this actually, excuse me, I don't know why I'm so full of burps all of a sudden. I'm not gonna do another curly Q eyebrow because this eyebrow is a lot more noticeable than the one that I was able to semi-block out by just putting white paint over it. Oh, I blinked. I made myself flinch. Or backup solution, you just make your eyeliner so damn thick that it covers the mistake. Now I saved this for last because I knew it would be a pain. We are gonna do the teeth. Yay. Let's see, does he have a line through the center? A horizontal line? He does. Ugh, god damn it. This is terrifying. Oh my god. Oh wow, that's the look right there. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. I'm not in love with this cheek idea. I should have probably just stopped the mouth here, but we're already here now, and this is the look, and we are ready to put on the outfit. So, I'll be right back once I have a lovely montage for you to witness the full result. You know, this isn't too bad, considering things I had in my closet. We kind of ended up with a Renaissance-y theater vibe, but honestly I think that's fitting considering there's like a Renaissance-y theater in the daycare. The point is not to focus on what you don't have, it's to focus on making something fun out of what you do have. You know, Closet Cosplay is about having fun with the look and being inspired by the character and finding things that you can use in your closet or your home to make something that embodies the character in your own artistic interpretation. Whatever makes you feel happy and comfortable with yourself, you've done a good job. I'll break down some of the pieces I am wearing so that you all can get an idea of what's going on here. The shoes are actually from a Genuine Sun cosplay that I helped my sister Azam make. The shoes are from that cosplay. And then the pants are from the Renaissance Festival, the Arizona Renaissance Festival. I purchased them there. Same thing with the bodice I am wearing underneath. The suspenders are just something I've had. I think I got them from a thrift store like several years ago. The scarf, same deal, from a thrift store a long time ago. It was laying around in my closet. There goes my light. The lights are off! Ah! It's not dark. It's just dim. Anyways, what was I on? Next, the shirt. Again, also thrift store. Can you tell that I love thrift stores, or loved them anyways? I still go, just not as often as I used to. Hair is my hair. It's not a wig. I already had yellow hair, so that kind of worked out because I'm not a huge fan of the yellow wigs that I do have. They're very uncomfortable. Oh, this little crown thing is made out of yellow, like 1/8 inch thick like craft foam that you can get at like a Walmart, a Michael's, any craft store really, or you can order it from Amazon in the sheets. I just cut up some like triangles and then hot glued them to a little headband that I had in my closet because I always have spare headbands for whenever I need to make spur of the moment brand new ears for something because they're easy to plop on a headband. And yeah, I think that's, oh, the neck ruffles. I almost forgot about the neck ruffles. The neck ruffles we ordered online again for the sun cosplay that my sister wore for the performance at the convention. We fabric dyed it red with synthetic liquid RIT dye in a bathtub. It was a hot mess, but it was worth it. They turned out really nice, and don't worry, the bathtub survived. It didn't actually really stain, which was good. We thought it would, but it didn't. But we got stained. But that's okay. Yeah, that's it. This is the look. I hope you enjoyed this closet cosplay challenge. I hope that you had some fun if you did follow along. If you did, or if you do plan on following along in the future and joining on this challenge by making your own closet cosplays with me, please post pictures on Instagram if you have an Instagram and are comfortable doing so, and tag me in them because I really want to see you guys try this stuff as well if you're on board. Let's all have fun with it. I really love seeing other people's like interpretations of characters and how creative people can get with the resources they have, so yeah, get me inspired. Show me some of your closet cosplays and tag me in them. And always remember, there is only one rule. Keep the lights on. And as always, remember, stay bright, because you are a star. It's too much, it's too bright. Oh god. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye. Okay, post outro. I just realized I forgot something really important. I forgot my jingles. So, bonus footage. Okay, now you can go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're going on an adventure. Okay, now thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please leave a like. Subscribe if you're new around here. You'll see more chaotic stuff like this, music, and more chaos. And always remember, keep the lights on and remain bright because you are a star. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.